about to blaze this joint. Come on. Come on.
Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome back, man. It's your boy, Mike Barron, 8-figure internet entrepreneur, high-ticket closer. And today, I'm gonna drop some heavy-duty gems out of how we created an 8-figure coaching business through a mass movement. Tap in, y'all.
Yo, Van Taylor here, Mr. Go All In. Listen, we about to blaze the podcast. We gonna show all y'all out there that got an expertise, that got a knowledge, that got a superpower, how to create your own mass movement, how to take your story, how to take your voice and impact the world in a positive way. Tap into this episode, it's gonna change your life. Let's go.
All right, here we go. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm back in San Diego. A year later, I was sitting down with this gentleman. Now we got his partner with him, right? I'm talking about Mike Barron, Mr. 8-figure internet entrepreneur, and his partner, Mr. Go All In. Van Taylor, what's up, fellas?
What's good, bro? How you feeling, bro?
What's up, Mike? What's up, baby? Welcome, man. Well, listen, man. So last year, about this time, I was in your living room. You know what I'm saying? You still got the house?
Still got the crib, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So what's been going on since?
Shit, about $10 million.
10 million more.
Oh, since last time I seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah, since last time we talked about 10 million more.
So 10 million, 12 months.
$10 million. Bought an apartment complex, 4-unit. Bought a couple supercars. For what they tell me is I bought more supercars in the city of San Diego than anybody in the whole city. Partnered back up with my bro, Van Taylor. Got this facility. Grew the team from about 40 to 120. Let me see. Family good. Baby's doing good. Lost about 20 pounds since I seen you.
Yeah.
So you shit, man, moving, grooving.
But the energy's still the same, bro.
Oh shit, you got me, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't gonna go nowhere.
So I remember last year we was talking about, you were actually talking about the facility that we're in.
That's right.
You had mentioned it that you was about to open up this facility.
That's right.
And what were the reasons why you wanted to actually put this together?
So the whole premise was, this was the vision. So we know Rob Dyrdek Fantasy Factory.
Yeah.
Right? Rob Dyrdek Fantasy Factory, he had the go-karts and he had the little freaking Nerf guns and he had the playground for adults. So I was like, dude, I want to create a playground for millionaires. I want to create a playground where we can develop millionaires. So this facility that we're in is called the Millionaire Closer Training Facility. So I wanted a joint where, our students, our team could hang out, vibe out, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, watch UFC fights, arcade, where the families would come and pull up. And I want to do something, right here in the community. There's only so much you can do virtual. I got to touch people, see people in person. That was it.
So it's a $1 million training facility.
Millionaire Closer.
Millionaire Closer training facility. How long y'all been open?
April.
Since April.
8 months.
And have you made any millionaires since?
Shit. When we look at Louis Torres, one of my students, he got his 2 comma club. He made 7 figures since last time I seen you. Sean Adams, got to like $100K a month. So, add up that money.
That's like 1.2.
Yeah. Me and this guy created a new business. We made $1 million in 90 days on a new business.
What's a new business?
What's a new business, man?
Yeah, so we help entrepreneurs, that are solo entrepreneurs, people that are, they're expert at something. You might have a Toro guy, you might have a real estate guy, you might have a credit guy. They're semi-successful on their own, but we put all their systems and back end together.
Gotcha.
And we call it the entrepreneur label. So we got a lot of people winning. We have actually some people here in the community, Oscar and Jesus. They've touched, 7 figures in their offer, right? They'll be grabbing some plaques, next year when we go to the ClickFunnels event. So, but it's more than just the money, bro. It's more about like creating a family environment. It's about creating purpose. It's about creating, you waking up every day with something bigger than yourself, right? So we get caught up in the money, right? We got Lamborghinis in front of us and McLarens and all this nice stuff. But honestly, that's the low hanging fruit. That stuff's easy, right? There's a lot of stuff that we could do to get supercars and to have jewelry on and to look nice, right? That could be unethical. That could be, things that we can't sleep good at night. So for me, the reason why I partnered with my guy is since 2018, I've been rocking with him. He actually, showed me how to make my first, 6 figures on the internet back in 2018. So we didn't just wake up and partner up. We've been rocking with each other for a minute. But one thing that I know about this dude is family oriented, knee deep in self-development.
Oh yeah.
Does what he says what he does, and we keep it a buck with each other, right?
Yeah.
So this don't happen often, right? 2 alpha dogs people with, ego and, we're alphas and
A lot of personality.
a lot of personality. We got our
Clash.
We got our own individual brands. We got our, our own testosterone levels, right? And typically people don't want to partner with people like that, right? Because
You're saying typically people don't want people like that to come together.
people don't come together. Like people wouldn't decide to do this,
Okay,
right?
I got you.
It's Tom Brady, Peyton Manning on the same team.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's so much in the pie.
So, but you got to put your ego to the back seat when it's bigger than you, right? If it's just about me, then this wouldn't happen. If it's just about him, this don't happen, right?
Yeah.
So you talk about 8-figure entrepreneur. I feel like my man's gonna be a billionaire, for sure, because of the drive and the work ethic, right? I'll just give you an example. Yesterday, in the office at 7 a.m, I leave at 7 and he's still here. That don't happen often from a leader position, right? People don't see that. They just see the nice cars and the flashiness and the fast talk, but they don't see the work behind it. But he's been like that since 2018.
Yeah.
In the office at 6 a.m, he's not leaving till 7, 8 o'clock at night. And I seen that, right? So it was easy for me to partner up with a guy like this. And,
Thank you, bro.
So I know what it is, right? So nobody could ever tell me nothing about this dude.
Yeah.
Because the people that have the least amount of information have the biggest opinions.
Facts.
What I mean by that, right? What you see on Instagram, what you see on social media, what somebody else told you about this dude. So you got the least amount of information, but you got the biggest opinions about what people are doing, right? So I operate off of, knowing who people are truly from a spiritual connection and from just a feeling. You know how like you got that gut feeling, like, man, this dude is genuine, right? You can feel that, right?
No, I mean, I felt that last year through the DM, right? Because I reached out, like I always reach out to people I want to interview. Mike was like, yo, pull up to the crib.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling you to pull up to the crib.
No.
Like granted, he did, I'm pretty sure he did a little bit of research,
course.
whatever,
Yeah.
but he ain't telling everybody to pull up to the crib on the first meeting, you know what I'm saying? So from that interaction, obviously we had a great podcast, but I already knew from there that he was a different dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Y'all make me blush.
Yeah, so for this, and the reason why, we like to get on podcasts and talk about this stuff, man, and we appreciate your platform is because people need to understand that their voice is powerful, right? Their voice and their story is powerful. If he didn't tell his story, if I didn't tell my story to hundreds and thousands of people, we wouldn't be sitting here today.
Right.
Right? There would be no facility. There would be no success.
No mass movement.
Like there's no movement, right?
Fact.
Because people don't get behind a movement if they don't know your story. And that's what really we want to bring home today, man, is just like all those people out there that's listening, you got an expertise in something, you might not be getting the results that you want. And it's because, for one, you ain't partnered with the right people. But two, is because you haven't accepted your voice as something that people want to listen to and something that people will get behind, right? Because we always looking at other people, what they doing, oh, he's bigger than me, oh, he's in that lane, how can I It's not about what anybody else is doing. It's about the universe is waiting for you to accept your purpose and your truth and give your gift out there and start telling your story. And
So you said a lot of things in there, man, but I want to take it back to like the partnership, right?
Yeah.
The offer that you guys got together, right?
Yeah.
Because it's very interesting that people want to hit these numbers. You know what I'm saying? 6 figures a month sounds good.
Yeah, sound good.
7 figures sound good, right? But behind that, right, you were talking about like the systems. So what are some of the structures that like entrepreneurs need to put themselves in a good position to actually achieve those goals, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you roll with that, man. You the master operator, man.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. Can we pause that for a second?
Yeah.
I feel like this is important to say. Okay. I want to get this out. So I meet Van. I'm gonna give you the 5-minute background.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I meet Van in 2018. He buys one of my offers. He's an online trader, trade pro. I'm like the ads guy. Like I'm that. I teach you how to set up your Facebook ads. Trader, online coach, big box, studio, whatever. So real quick, Van, he comes through thousand students. There's only one Van. He's like, hey man, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Mike. Long story short, we meet, we hook up, and I'm like, okay, this guy's dynamite. This is a different cat. It's dynamite. Pulls up to me in San Diego. We get to know each other. We're working with each other, and then we're like, okay, let's start a business. So we started a business. It was a short-lived business, but then we started running webinars within his first 3 days of actually, he heard of the perfect webinar like on a Friday, practice it on Saturday, Sunday, be his first webinar on a Wednesday. We made what, 50 bands?
Yeah, about $45,000.
$45,000 in the first sitting. And I just remember myself, I was like, man, we about to really fucking, we're making money. I was like, man, we do this 50 bands every fucking week. But we rich.
Yeah.
Like, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So we created something called Webinar Wednesday.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday, van came from Inland Empire down to San Diego. Hour and a half drive, 2 hour drive. It's Webinar Wednesday. So the reason why I love this guy, I feel like it's important for people to know the dynamic. The reason why I love him is I knew that he was, first off, I knew he was incredibly skilled. I knew he was drive-like, unmatched. And I also knew that he was, like an ethical dude. So there was points and times where he would come in on a Wednesday, 3rd shift, 4th shift, people are leaving the office at 5 o'clock. And he looking at me like, yeah, it's a Webinar Wednesday. Now we leaving at 5 o'clock. So for me, I could fuck with that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is my kind of like drive.
Yeah.
Like okay, this kind of fucking around. Long story short, we part ways, whatever. We do the deal half a year. Okay. Me and him kept tabs, 2 to 3 times a year. So 2018, hey man, what's up with you? How you doing, bro? Hey, I learned this good thing. Hey, I'm in this mastermind. I learned this good thing. Okay, cool, man. Hey man, we got a link. It's always you got a link. Always also like we got a link. We got a link. 2019, 2020, 2000, like, you know what I'm saying?
So since then, y'all didn't really come together since that initial, the webinar.
Tap in.
Just checking in.
Check in.
Check in.
You know what I'm saying? Check in. Hey man, how you? How the kids? Okay, good. Oh, that's good, man. He had his facility in Vegas, warehouse and shit. Mattis. He got his own mass movement. He's chopping game, and he's dipping into different circles. Me too. So it's earlier this year, and I'm just kind of like, Van asked, like, hey man, what do you want to do? I said, bro, I need to get outside, bro. I need to get out. I'm like, dude, I'm me personally. I know I'm one of the biggest internet earning cats. Ain't nobody know.
Yeah, facts.
So I ain't on the stage.
Yeah. I knew about you last year because I just did research.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know Russell Brothers.
Yeah.
And I grabbed fucking $1 million in it. Our business has been inside. So he's like, what do you want to do? I was like, man, over the next 12 months, I need to get a podcast. I need to get on fucking stages. He's like, bro, I got the podcast play. He's like, I got the speak from stage play. He's like, I got fucking circles and I can get you outside. And I was like, okay, bet. I was like, cool. A couple weeks go by. He's like, hey man, you ready? And I was like, yeah, man, what you talking about? He's like, hey, next week. He's like, this weekend or some shit. Pull up to this live event in Vegas. I'm gonna get you on the $1 million worth of game. And I got every excuse in the world. And it's like, I'm busy. It's payroll. It's fucking this. And my manager's gone. He's like, lady playing me. Like, he's telling me. So the reason why I love him, because now I'm the point right now in my career where ain't nobody really pushing you around.
Yeah.
If I could go say some goofball shit to a sales guys right now, and they'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And he gonna challenge me. And
You get that accountability.
right?
Yeah, facts.
So what they say, iron sharpens iron, right? So, I'm like, well, I'm supposed to be there like 2 days, man. I'm looking for every excuse, man. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I pull up to the shit. We're on the $1 million worth of game. Nailed it at the park. And, I'm on the Chris Brown episode and all this shit. And I see my mans. And fucking, I pulled in on a Friday. I got it at 9 o'clock at night. Hey, man, where you on? Oh, shit, got a hotel, man. I'm just going to grab a bite, man. We going to rest up, man. I'll see you tomorrow morning. He's like, man, you play. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He didn't clear his whole schedule.
Yeah.
Like, he cleared his schedule. He got dinner ready. He brought guests. He called his jewelry guy. He called his student. Like he would not let me just opt out.
Yeah.
Why? You wanted to get outside. Get outside.
Facts.
Because I'm defaulting this way I've been going. Here's a bar for you guys real quick. People will never behave consistently with something that's inconsistent with the programming.
100%, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So my programming is I'm inside. So if I might make this, I might grab a Lamborghini, I might buy a Rolex, but my programming be inside. So I'm trying to go this way. This man is trying to like, now you going this way. Okay, let's speed it up now. So now, that happened, and it was going to be like that. Like I wanted, got a good time, reconvene with my bro, and dapped him up, ate dinner, hung with him for the weekend. He got me on his podcast, and my wife's like, "How was he?" Same thing, leveled up, incredible, looks good, and stupid love. Yeah, when y'all gonna do something? Yeah.
So your wife like when y'all coming together?
Yeah. Yeah, but see what happened was he was sold on this shit before me. So I called him one day. It must have been from the Vegas event in April. 4,000 people here, hit 500's joint. And I said, hey, bro, man, I got a play, bro. He's like, what's the play? I was like, man, you know, there's cats right now that are running the Turo business. I want to do the Turo shit and to teach people. He's like, man, I got the whole fucking play. He's like, I already been doing that shit. Got culinars and lab. He's like, man, stop. He's like, man, there's people right there in your neighborhood, man, that do that shit with your expertise and your ops and your systems, and they already in the fucking space. It's better to partner up with some cats like this, and they run the cars, all this shit. I was like, cool, man. He's like, let me introduce you. I was like, cool, man. They connect me. And then a few days later, I just get a call from him. It's like a Thursday or Friday. He's like, hey, man, I'm pulling up tomorrow. I said, okay. I said, what you doing? He's like, man, I'm pulling up. and I'm thinking, oh, fuck, Van's in town. Oh, Van was going to go grab me, introduce that, and we all going to work. Long story short, we closed those dudes. We closed them together. And not only do we close them, we take 25% equity in that company. And then that company does $100,000 the first month. In the first 90 days, that's $500,000 first month. They're the Turo guys. So they took our systems, our processes,
Implement it into their business.
put into that shit. Same thing. We're teaching closing, they're teaching Turo. Same fucking thing, same contract, same agreement. You just remove Turo and you fucking put closing, or vice versa. So we just do, we're like, what the fuck, man? You know? Okay, cool. Rinse and repeat. We grabbed another one. Rinse and repeat, and we grabbed another one. And rinse and repeat, you grabbed another one. And we fucking around. We grabbed a mill in 90 days. And that's kind of where we're at today. Like, that's what the better part of 2022 has looked like.
What's up, y'all? It's Brennan Boy, and one of the best things that has helped me go to the next level is powerful affirmations. I would say them every single day, literally when I open my eyes. So I put together these powerful affirmation cards to help you get to that next level, right? With powerful statements like, I live in abundance, or statements like, I'm not a prisoner of my limiting beliefs. Now, if you say these things to yourself every single day using the power of repetition, you're gonna believe the things that you wanna achieve. So look, grab your affirmation deck or your manifestation deck or your money manifestation deck. Let's grow your mindset and let's get you to the next level, right? Click that link below, grab your cards, let's go. So what does that tell you about partnership?
Oh shit, man. You know, people have blind spots. It's okay to have blind spots. People have inefficiencies. People have weaknesses that, you know, you don't need to be, you know, the best sales dude or to be the best ops. You got a symbiotic. You got to leverage. You got to leverage, man. That's what it is. Accountability, leverage. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the right partner though.
The only way to scale is through partnerships. That's the only way to scale.
Just think about it though.
You have
Steve Jobs was, man. Think about Russell Brunson, the other cat that don't even talk. Yeah.
Yeah, you everybody that I've seen successful has collaborated or partnered with someone else.
You talking about Dan Kennedy?
Nah. Russell Brunson's partner, that's another one.
Yeah.
The cat that builds all the funnels.
Oh, in the background.
Yeah, in the background. Yeah. So partnerships could be on the front end. Like our partnerships on the front end, it's a front end partnership, but also there's partnerships on the back end.
Facts.
Right? To where you have people on the back end that nobody knows about that's helping you run your systems and your programming to make sure that, you know, you being the face, which is part of, you know, creating a mass movement is accepting the fact that you're the charismatic character of your business, right? The attractive character in your business, which we're going to break down here in a second.
Yeah.
But you partner with people that have your back end systems on point.
Facts.
Right? Because typically the person in the front is not the one that's the skilled in the back end. Right.
Yeah.
So for me, I was never skilled on the back end.
Yes.
Right? Or not skilled, but never that wasn't my superpower.
Yeah.
Right? I learned it to know what needs to happen. But that's not my superpower, right?
Yeah.
So I was told by a good friend of mine that you delegate what you hate and you focus on what you love.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't like systems, so I delegate it, right? I don't like, you know, ops, so I delegate it, right? To experts, right? He's a master. He don't look like ops guy, but he's a master operator, you know, when it comes to ops, right? He got SOPs for everything, literally every single thing, SOP, right? For me, that's not my superpower. So us partnering together, I could be, you know, the mindset guy, the attractive character. I'm talking about purpose. I'm talking about, sales. I'm talking about showing people how to become the best version of themselves. And I can do that at a high level. I could do that in my sleep. But the back end now I know is taken care of because I got people in place you know, that can run it through partnerships. So partnerships are key to scale. So for you guys out there that haven't made it yet and you haven't hit those $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 months, it's because you haven't accepted the fact that you have to partner with people to scale your business. And partnership doesn't mean free. You got to pay to play. It's a pay to play game, right? You have to pay for partnership sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You need a CEO, you need a CFO, you need a COO, you need an ops person, you need a sales team, you need a marketing guy, you need a you need a copywriter.
Avengers.
Right? I just gave you multiple six figures in salary if you brought those people on to hire them on, versus if you partner with people that have all of those things, right? You can pay a small percentage of all of those salaries, and now you have your whole back end team together. And that's what we've been able to master and show entrepreneurs out there, like, you know, your Oscar and Jesus's, you know, the Trappers way out of the world, you know, the different people that we work with, that we've helped build their brands, is because the back end is taken care of, right?
Yeah. So how was somebody that's watching right now, that's listening right now, they're like, yo, man made a good point. I can see that. But how can I start that relationship with somebody that I know might have that other piece that I need? How do I start that conversation?
Yeah, so
or what am I looking for?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna throw the line out right now. I'm gonna plug myself. Like, we got that, right? We are experts in the entrepreneur space, right? I was a solo entrepreneur in 2018 when I got with my guy. I was an expert at sales. I was an expert at fitness. I was an expert at mindset. And I could not break 20K months, right? So yeah, I was an expert, but I didn't have no systems behind me. So I had to pay this guy right here. Initially, I had to pay him, right? To get in proximity, to get the systems, right? And then after I paid him and we was like, oh, okay, you cool, I'm cool. Okay, I got some information that I could add value to him, right? Because the biggest thing is that you got to add value to other people's value, or you devalue the value that they have, right? So I came to him not only to pay him for a service, but then I add value to what he was doing, and then we end up getting married and creating a business together, right? And at the end of the day, you have to be okay with not being the sole person on the team, right? And that's ego. Again, you gotta be able to put your ego to the side. That doesn't mean that you're not great. It doesn't mean I'm not great because I partner with him. It doesn't mean that he's not great because he partnered with me. It means that we put our egos to the side so we could do something great.
Something bigger.
Yeah, so I mean, we got the plug. I mean, I think this is a perfect opportunity to talk about our mass movement, right?
Do it. Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah.
For a second. Okay, so we would agree if you had Mark Cuban's phone number, Oprah Winfrey, you got fucking, you know, Elon Musk. If you had these hitters in your cell phone, we can agree that's very valuable.
In facts.
It'd be more valuable if you're hanging with them, doing dinner with them. It'd be more valuable if you're in the gym with them, you know, like every single day. Just pick up the game, how they move, how they operate, all that good stuff, right? So a lot of people, man, I just want to piggyback on this. Like the question, like how does the audience, like how they tap into that, how they partner up with somebody like that. So sometimes it's like, oh, I'm here, man. I'm still in my 9 to 5, man. I'm making a living, but I'm not making a killing. I'm making $60,000. How the fuck? Why Van, 40 million? Why Mike B? How's Russell? How's Neo? Whoever? Why they gonna mess with me? So my man said, a court and bar. You give value to value. So you give value to value. So I'm gonna tap part of a lender, private lender. He puts up his money. This cat said, is Marcus. He said he made 150 last year, 150 million. He said, this year, my God, I'm gonna blow that up the water. So when I first met him, I asked a funny question. I said, hey man, why you hanging out with me, man? Look, why you hanging out with me? I just want to see how you respond. And I just know, like, people that are 9-figure earners are operating, moving, and spending time different than people that are making 7 figures, 6 figures. They are. So I meet with him, we hang out, we do coffee like every 2 weeks, and I give him value. And my value I give him is good conversation. I offer coffee. I also refer people over. So now when he thinks about me, he's like, oh man, this is always a good time. Oh man, this guy's a good person. No, so that, like, if you're like breaking into the internet or you ain't made 6 figures yet and you want to go fucking add fuel, you need to go get in proximity. The guaranteed way to success is personal development. But actually, it's going to be a slow burn. It could be, for me, to like 10 years. Personal fucking development. I'm listening to, mentors 10 years, and it's starting to click. That's like the guaranteed slow way. The quickest way is to get in the fucking room. So me and him will pull up to Atlanta, get in the room with a whole bunch of 8 figures, and I just know I move with operate different when I'm in that environment.
Yeah, fact.
Increase the frequency. So you got to go partner up, go connect with those people. And if you're here and you want to get to here, you got to go add value so they want to fuck with you.
You made a good point. Like that value is different for different people because people look for different type of value.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not always going to be, he's missing something, so I'm going to add that. It could be like you said, like just good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
The cat I'm talking about too is Virginia cat. This cat, you don't see too many people like this in San Diego. Middle-aged white dude, got fucking Versace shoes, got Gucci pants, got Louis Vuitton jacket with the fucking Versace hat on. Was a Versace, like, that's like LA. They ain't rock like that in San Diego. So this cat see me on the internet, usually I wear designer. Today I'm now, just my shoes. And he's like, what the fuck is this cat? This cat's different. So when I met him, he was like, man, I don't fit in over here. It's too slow for me. It's too, these people, they already tapped out. They made a little bit of money and now they just went and came and hid. He's like, well, Hugh, man, you turned up, you excited. Like we
got the energy.
Got the energy, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking about money. This cat talks more about money than anybody I've ever met. Every fucking thing out of his mouth is money. And I'm good with that because I'll talk about money. So that's what I say, man.
For those that are listening right now, right? It don't matter where you at. You could be a 9-to-5 looking to get into entrepreneurship. You could be a full-time entrepreneur right now trying to break through to your first, 20, 30, 40, 100K months.
Yeah.
No matter who you partner with, who you decide to break bread with, right? You say, for example, Mike Van, I'm rocking with y'all. I want to do some business with you guys, right? You come in and you say, all right, I want to do you guys' program. I want to rock with you. I want to partner with you guys. It's not about just getting the information and implementing. It's about, okay, I'm going to implement this information. I'm going to get this result. But now how can I take my expertise, my knowledge, my experiences, my story, and add value to the community that we have? And every time that I went in with that mindset, like in communities, I pace. Yeah.
You did the very beginning.
Yeah.
So
I did this, I got some whiz.
is that innately in you, or did you learn that strategy? Like where that approach come from?
I feel like it's in me, and it's something that's taught, right? So it's in me just to add value in general, right? Because again, if you're not adding value to something, you're devaluing it, right? Also too, I don't feel like nothing was ever given to me, right? So even if I paid for something, I don't feel like you owe me now because I paid you.
Yeah, I got
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the mindset that most people have when they get into courses or mentorships or
100%.
partnerships.
Yeah.
It's like, I pay you, and now, like, all right, I'm just gonna sit back and see if this works.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I'm
happens
saying?
all the time.
Like,
That happens all the
I'm gonna
time.
see if this works.
Yep.
All right, it ain't worked the way you said it was gonna work. All right, you're a scammer. You getting over on people and things like that, right? And I've had that happen to me, right? I've had people purchase things from me, right? Purchase a mentorship, purchase a course, right? And this same information, right, has made this dude $100,000 months. But this same information for Becky or John,
Doesn't work.
it don't work. This is outdated information. I knew 90% of this, all of these things, right? So it's all about perspective and mindset, right? I've had people that have came through, the information I provided them, and they've taken one piece of information and it changed their whole business.
Shit, I'm one of them.
You get what I'm saying? Like it changed their whole business, right? So for me, back in, I'll just rewind this, right? To when we got together, the one piece of information that changed my whole life was communication through social media. This thing that he calls tennis. I literally still have that video in courses that I've released right now. His video, his mastermind about how to communicate through people through social media, through a DM, right?
It works.
And it's made me 7 figures. So literally just that one piece of information.
Yeah.
So I've hired hundreds of VAs that have ran that play.
Yeah.
I've taught it to hundreds of students that have had their people run that play about just how to communicate through a DM, through like a cold message, getting people to respond and turning that conversation into cash. I created a triple C method called content to conversation to cash.
Yeah, I like that.
You create content that sparks up conversations. Those conversations turn into cash, turn into customers, right?
So that's 4 C's. Content.
Content.
Yep.
Conversations to cash or customers.
And then you said customers.
Yeah.
I got you.
So from that one piece of information, right? The second piece of information that I got that made me 7 figures is the perfect webinar, right?
Yep.
Which he got from Russell Brunson.
Yeah.
Right?
On YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. Did I come to him and be like, oh man, that's not yours. You got that from Russell Brunson. Like I paid you and you didn't took it from Russell Brunson? Nah, Because at the end of the day, none of us created this information.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
We work out every day. I talk to the fitness trainer. No one created squats. No one created push-ups. No one created any exercises that we're doing in the gym, right? But how can this trainer be different from him? His voice, his message, how he puts together programs,
the frequency,
right?
the energy, all of
he
that. He
didn't create the exercises, right? So we get caught up in this thing specifically in our community that people want to always go and say and point fingers at you like, oh, you didn't create this. Oh, you got this from somebody. Yeah, I didn't get none of my information originated from me. We got it from somewhere. It's learned behavior.
Yeah,
it's learned information, right? Yeah. Like none of us like are Elon Musk, like to where he like creating different things to like go into space. Like there's a very small percentage of people that are creating new inventions. Everything else is recycled information that you put it into your vibe, your voice, your style, and it works for certain people. So I just want I just gave y'all literally the game. Like
that's the game. That's the game. I did the same exact shit.
Yeah.
I did the same shit. Is that shit? I gave a mentor 2 years ago $25K to learn how to create a high ticket coaching program, like a $50,000 coaching program. Very first thing I did, bro. Very first thing I did is like, how do I serve this guy? I knew I was incredible about sales and closing. My first thing was like, how do I serve this guy? How do I give value to this guy? How do I make him better? So I started asking questions. First off, his sales guy set the appointment garbage. So I'm already writing down all the holes. I'm like, okay, when I meet him, I'm gonna not make him feel bad or invalidate him, but like, hey man, here's how I can help you. Then I start asking questions. Tell me about your sales process. Oh, you invoice them? Dude, you gotta sign them up right there. Tell me about this. I said, hey man, I can help you. If you're doing 8 figs right now, you come fuck with me. I can literally turn you, like, I can get you to 8, 9 figs, 100% in addition to what you're doing. I got on with the sales team and blazed them. Got on the sales team, blazed them. Got on the sales team and blazed them. This cat's like this, man. I've been in the coaching space 10 years. I told only one student this, but I'm telling you, I love you. To this day, I hit a shot yesterday. So what's the point? Most people want to like take from the well, the water well. Man, I give $25,000, man. They get rich, man. The real players don't even do that shit, bro. You pay for access.
Yeah.
And if you're really balling at the highest level, you're looking for that one fucking line or two lines that go check this fucking line.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
You can attest to this, right? You rock with Neo, right?
Yeah.
So Neo gave us a bar, right, when we seen him in Atlanta. He said, man, I'm in all these different masterminds. I just go in for one bar.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
And what's naming the masterminds?
He told me that before. Like $50,000, $100,000, $150,000 masterminds. How do I know? Because I'm in those same masterminds, right? So for example, we'll go pull up to Myron Golden's joint, right? And you talking about $155,000 program. The first day, the first 10 minutes, one line he gave me, I felt like my 150 was worth it. For one line that didn't have nothing to do with the scope of why we signed up.
That's where I go with it.
It was something that in me that I know that if I didn't hear that thing coming from him, from in that position, in that room, with those people in that room, I wouldn't have received it
100%
that way.
Yeah.
Right? So for right now,
because you could have heard the same information somewhere else.
If I don't log into the membership site, if I don't do anything that he tells me to do from that one line, from that 1 5-minute segment of this 8-hour mastermind that day, the 155 is worth it, right? But I'm coming in with the mentality that I don't need 100 things for this to validate why I gave you 155K.
Facts.
I need one thing that I know if I do this over my lifespan, I'm gonna make way more than 155. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the mindset that if you guys out there, like I'm telling you, I done it all. From 2006, I ran health clubs from 2006 to 2016, and I made millions and millions of dollars for the gym owners, not for myself. I've sold $30 million plus in personal training sales, high ticket sales over a 10-year period. And that was making other people rich. So when I fired my boss in 2016 and started building my own brand, I had to realize that all that experience and all that sweat, all those tears, all those ruined relationships, my divorce that I got with my first wife, strained relationship with my kids, I needed to make all that count. I needed to make all that pain count in this next go around when I launched my brand, and I start operating from a different perspective of like, okay, either you're gonna pay now or you're gonna pay later. So I start paying now, up front, get the information that I needed and operate within that and be my own boss, right? Because the worst thing that your son can tell you or your daughter can tell you is that somebody else is your boss.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm gonna even break it down even further. If you have a boss right now, that doesn't mean that you have to accept that person as your boss. You are in control of your reality of what you do over a 24-hour period. So if you're working 8 hours a day, you got another 16 hours, right? What are you doing in that other 16 hours? Are you building your dreams? Are you building the life that your kids and legacy that you want to leave for your kids? Are you gaming up your family, your spouse, the people around you, your community right now? If you're not doing that, that's the reason why you ain't been successful.
Yeah.
Because you're not even operating with the trust that God gave you in your environment right now. You're not in ethics. That's the biggest reason why people aren't successful.
Yeah.
Because the responsibility that they got right now, they're not even holding on to that. They're not even handling that right. So you want more followers, you want more money, you want more clients, but you can't handle what you got right now.
Fact.
So God ain't gonna give you more, right? The only reason why he hit 8 figures is because he proved to the universe, to his creator, that he can handle it, right? The only reason why I'm sitting here today with the amount of success that I have is because I can handle exactly what's on my plate right now. I ain't hit 100 million because I can't handle $100 million worth of problems right now, right? I ain't hit 30 million because I in 1 year because I haven't handled the ability to handle $30 million worth of problems right now.
Yeah, that's a super bar.
Like, for
real.
real.
But that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
How many y'all got $300,000 on payroll each month?
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a different level of stress that either you embrace it or you run away from it, right? At this point, we embrace stress.
Yeah, stress is not a bad thing. Stress ain't a bad thing.
I like pressure.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
I put pressure on myself.
Yeah.
Got $18,000 of car notes.
Yeah.
I'm getting the last car, the Urus. I'm already like 17, I'm already like 12, 13 in cars. I'm like, man, if I buy this motherfucker, my shit's gonna be 18 G's, don't count insurance. I was like, man, I gotta get my fucking ass to work. That's how, they call it leapfrogging.
Yeah.
Leapfrog. You put pressure on yourself, which just forces you to fucking leap up. And one of two things happens. You leap up or you die.
Yeah, facts.
And I ain't dying.
Nah.
And what does die mean? Car goes away, crib goes away, you know, the investment or the opportunity that usually buy, the lifestyle goes away. Or you just level up. Now, $18,000 a month for cars is like the norm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because after you achieve it, it's normal.
It's normal, bro.
Yeah.
Like you went from kindergarten to 6th grade, you ain't going back down to kindergarten. That's what it is. It's called leapfrog theory. Yeah.
Yep. So for me, when I'm on, I don't take that many sales calls anymore, but when I am on a sales call, like, you know, with someone that's trying to like join at a higher level, like our partnership level, and I don't feel like they are ready to make the commitment or they're not ready to go all in, then I'm like, nah, don't even do it, right? Because I don't have no respect for people like that. Like,
I know
like I spent
the rap guys.
I spent my last $20,000 when my rent was due, my car payments was due, all my bills was due. My wife was 8.5 months pregnant. I spent my last $20K on a mentor. And in 90 days, I made more money in those 90 days than I ever made in a 3-month period before that time.
But even before you did that, you had to trust yourself, though, to make that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bet on yourself to do that.
It's more than bet on myself. I can keep going through this pain of leaving the house in the morning before my kids wake up, going home when they already sleep, on the verge of another divorce, on the verge of another strained relationship, hitting the alarm clock 3, 4, 5, 6 times every morning, not being passionate about life, not living in my gift, not living in my truth. So I could stay in that, or I could bet on what I need to do to get out of that. That's what made me make the sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
So most people haven't, like, they talk about that they don't want to be over here, but they like being over here, right? They like that comfort of that 9 to 5, right? There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 if that's your passion and your truth. But for the people that are complaining, saying that, hey, I don't want to work for this people, I don't want to do this, then you need to do something different, drastically different. You have to make a drastic change to get out of that, to prove to your creator, to your God, that, hey, I want this other thing that I feel like I should have. Well, make a sacrifice then. Nobody want to make sacrifices no more.
And podcasters, how would you like to make 5 or 6 figures with your podcast? Did you know that most podcasters do not make any revenue? It's because they think they need brand deals, sponsorships, and a large audience to monetize your show. But what if I told you you don't need none of that? There's a simple 4-step framework to position your show to be monetized. And I can give it again completely for free. All you need to do is head over to podcast2profits.live, and I'll see you in this exclusive training. I'm gonna give you all the game. What are you waiting for? Head over to the training, let's go. So how are you guys individually, and then I definitely want to talk about the mass movement, right? What were like the turning point? I mean,
I see your hat, man.
What?
That shit hot.
Appreciate you. So you kind of shared it already, right? Like the process that kind of made you become like that moment. You was like, nah, like I got to make a change, and then you stuck to that.
Yeah.
And for you, you was talking to me well before, like with the food stamps and all that, right?
Yeah.
Section 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, at some point, you made a decision, which was different from all the other times that you made decisions, and then you went back. You went back.
Yeah.
So for those out here that probably feel like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I felt like that at some point.
Yeah.
What in that moment made you stick to that decision to change? And then like, what did you add into your life? Like with accountability, like how did you change your day to like get to the point where you becoming this new version that you want to become?
So I was knee deep in self-development. I had Eric Thomas on repeat.
Me too.
I had Tony Robbins on repeat.
Me too.
I had people that were at the level higher than me, where I wanted to go, on repeat. I was consuming their information. And then I said, I'm not sleeping more than 4 hours a day. Like if I sleep more than 4 hours a day, I really don't want this. And then also too, I'm never going back to working for somebody. I'm never going back. So if you say that you're never going backwards, that means that you're gonna do whatever it takes or die. Like for real, like what he said, like or die. I'm never going back. Like if I have to ever fill out a job application again, I failed. If I ever gotta go in front of someone and do a fake smile, have fake conversations, be in a fake environment ever again, I failed. And I will die before I go back to that environment, right? Because that's what I ran from, right? That's what I went full speed ahead to leave that behind. So I just said, I gotta do whatever it takes to never go back there, right? So I just had to make a decision, like you said, make a decision and never look back.
Well, what about you?
For me, man, this is like a bar from Neo. I hear him saying this shit. He says information changes situations. So for me, man, I was 6 years old working at McDonald's. I was like the best person at McDonald's. When I'm on cashier, all my condiments are loaded up. All my napkins are loaded up. My area is clean. I've always been a hard worker. When I was in the meat department, I was like the best customer service person. When I moved into like Vaughn's, I was the best bagger. When I moved into corporate, I was the best. So I've always had stupid work ethic. Disgusting. I could work all day, all night. I don't get tired. Like my energy at my peak, whether it's 6 a.m., 5 a.m., or 1 o'clock, it don't drop. I don't get tired. I sleep to recharge. I'm telling you, you can't find me in my crib boring. It won't happen. So for me, I've always had that. And I was born with the B16. Not to say I'm so fucking cool, but I had it like that. Love to play football. It's as hard as on my team. Is that? But what the thing is, I had the wrong data. I had the wrong information. So here's a bar for you guys. This is my own personal thing. You won't find this anywhere else. And the bar is that the secret to success, because we want success. We want to retire your mom. You want the Bentley. You want the crib on the damn beach. You want all that shit. You want the Rolex, the whips. You want all that. You want the respect. The secret to success is having the right information. That's the secret to success. Having the right information and then operating on that information. A lot of people don't have the right information. So the computer's already fucked up. Overall tree, watch out for those people. People of this color are bad people. They got the wrong data. They got the wrong fucking data. So a lot of people don't have the right data. Nowadays, you got YouTube, you got the internet, you got mentors you can actually pay for now. So it's not like who you know. You can go find people now. You can hit up Van on DMs. If you come correct, provide value, he'll tap you back. I promise you. Same with me. Same with Brandon. So let me start over. Secret to success is having the right data, operating on that data. Some people have the right data, but they don't operate that way.
Yep.
They got the information, wake up early, work hard, express gratitude, acquire a high-ticket skill set, deliver for, etc. They don't do that shit. So for me, I had to go get the right data and the data to go where I wanted to be, what we're doing today and where we're going. It didn't come from my mom. It didn't come from my dad, who I was never around in my life. It didn't come from, and these are good people, my aunts and my uncles that have a mortgage, the kindest people, always gave me gifts on my birthday, Christmas. They didn't have the data of a 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure billionaire.
Yeah, facts.
So I had to go get new data. So I got the data. Now I'm like, okay, I got it, but now I got to fucking do it. I had a coach in 2018. He said, what time you wake up? I said, shit, like 9, 10. He said, not no more, I said, what? He said, man, go research when the builders wake up to beat the sun. Kareem, he He said, tomorrow you're in the gym at 5 a.m. I was like, huh? He's like, tomorrow you're in the gym at 5 a.m. I'm at the gym now at 5 a.m. since Kareem gave that shit to me. And he broke my ass down. I didn't want to do it. I was like bitching like a fucking little kid. Like, I don't like this. This is not me. I'm a night owl. That's not how I move, not how I operate. He's like, long as you with me, you're doing this shit. So that's one example. I had to go get the right data. So that's all I've been doing. Me and him, we talked about Myron. We did a 150K deal with Myron. It was like 50 on the front, 150 in the back. Same exact month, same exact week, actually, we gave Russell 150. So I have to create about, you're talking about $300,000 in development. Why? Because we want to go get the information from the people that are doing shit at the highest level. So that way we can go get, you know, what they're doing.
And that's why we can speak from authority. Because I'm not asking you to pay no ticket that I ain't paid.
Facts.
Yeah.
Any of our programs that we got, every level, we've paid that and more.
Yeah.
Right? The problem is you guys out here listening to people that ain't paid nobody.
It don't work like that.
And it's not ethical. I tell people, coaches all the time, it's unethical to try to charge people for your programs and services and you haven't leveled up and bought nobody's information. Like I promise you, it don't work. And that's why most of the people out here failing. So you got to get in ethics, for one. You got to pay to get the information. You got to get in the rooms to get, you got to get in the room and get partnerships, right? And then you got to learn how to build a mass movement. So let's transition into this mass movement, right? So you showed me how to build a mass movement before I even knew what the hell a mass movement was, right? I didn't even know how building a mass movement, right? When it came to the content, telling your story, social media, right? So the first step, and we're gonna go through the 3 steps of building a mass movement. No?
I want to ask you real quick.
Okay, all right,
hold on. We'll make sure we got it. We good.
All right, go ahead.
I'm allowed to put the host on quiz.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's no right or wrong answer. What are the elements? What are like the things that create like a mass movement in your mind?
The things that create a mass movement?
Yeah.
Attention.
Attention. Got to get attention.
Got to get attention.
100%. Attention.
Yeah, attention.
100%.
The correct messaging.
100%.
Call to action.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. We got a different framework, but I agree with everything you said.
Yeah. All of that is true within the framework. So the first step to creating a mass movement and everything we've been talking about has to do and foundationally is necessary for a mass movement. But step 1 is you have to accept the fact that you are the charismatic leader of this movement. Like you are we call it the attractive character of this movement, right? Your story, your voice, your superpower, your charismatic nature, where you've come from, your accent, the way you dress, your swag.
I'm missing.
Right. So I'll give an examples of who is the charismatic leader of their movement, right? Russell Brunson, ClickFunnels, Grant Cardone, 10X.
Gary V.
Gary V, right? People that maybe a little bit more local that you've been able to feel in touch. You know, your HIM 500s of the world for recession proof. You know, your EYLs of Earn Your Leisure. You know, your Wall Street Trapper, right? Your Nehemiah Davis, right? Your Wallow and Gillies, $1 million worth of game, right? So these all are attractive characters, charismatic leaders of their organization. And every single one of them have one thing in common. They all have their own personality, their own voice, their own swag, their own story, and they all have told their story. Every single one of them, you'll know their story.
Yeah.
Literally every single one of them. So that's step 1. What's step 2?
Yeah, so that's step 1. So step 2 is new opportunity. Okay, so right now, you know, it's like holidays. We have half the office. People flying back in because they went home. So usually we're packed out. Okay, and then we have thousands of students on the internet. We got an offer right now. We've done $24 million last 2 years. What is our offer? Our offer is sales. That's the product we sell. How the hell do we take a damn thing that nobody ever wanted to do, sales? Hey, I'll do anything but sales. I gotta sell?
Yeah.
You know, I don't like sales. I've never been that person. How the hell did we create a new opportunity and get people all excited? I can pull out my phone right now, man. You got people all across the internet, male, female, tall, short, straight, gay, and they're all excited about sales. And this sales has never been cool. So Van talked about you have to have the charismatic leader. Okay, side note, boring equals broke. You have to have a new opportunity.
Boring equals broke.
Boring equals broke.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So we're gonna make a little triangle. We got the charismatic leader, okay? Muhammad, Jesus Christ, Buddha, crazy fucking Hitler. And then the new opportunity, which I'm speaking about right now. So what you do is you position through messaging and you package that offer to make it a new opportunity.
Yeah.
So if I go down to downtown San Diego, I go to the mall, me and Van at the mall. Hey, you want to do sales training? Yes, sir. You want to do sales training? Ma'am, you want to? Ain't no way to fucking do sales training.
Facts.
Ain't, it don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Bro. You could get away for free. You ain't doing that bullshit. But so I go like this. Okay. I'm just gonna give you an example. So I would talk to a prospect, one of my sales dudes, one of our sales people talking to a prospect. Hey man, you ever go to the internet? Of course. You ever go to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram? Of course. You ever see the guru new pop up? Hey, stop scrolling. Click the link. Learn how to create a Shopify store. We all seen that shit. Okay. Anytime you open YouTube, you see that. Do you know how they make money? No, I don't know how. What they do is they package their information, their game, and they sell them as courses and mentorship. These programs go from like 3 to 500 to 1,000, all the way up to like 50K. I mean, Van paid 150K. So it's like the new gurus. Back in the day, me and Van, same age, 38, 39. Back in the day, it was like Tony Robbins on VHS.
Yeah.
But today, it's the guru thing. So now that you have so many fucking gurus popping out. So this is where we come in as high-ticket closers. We ain't trying to be the guru. Let those goofballs duke it out. What we do is we're experts at closing deals. We slam high-ticket deals, and we make a commission, a revenue share. Revenue share goes for 20, 25%. So let's do just quick math. Stay with me. We got this big old thing that's just growing. You got the gurus popping up every damn day, show up on your newsfeed. They need closers. They don't close the deals. They do the delivery. They got the coaching. They got the products. They got the value ladder, whatever. What we do is we close the deals. They got 50K products. We close a 50K product. Simple math, 25%. That's 12.5 in his pocket. That's 12.5 in my pocket. That's 12.5 in your pocket. And they're going to do all the fucking work.
Uh-huh.
And it's the stupidest, dumb thing right now going on, and the quickest way to make money without having to start a business.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like, what? But the thing is, I got to be careful because my student's going to watch this shit. His student's going to watch. We don't lie. We don't cap. We don't front. We don't bullshit. So we took an old ass sales and we found a little lane.
Yeah, you remixed it. You gave it a nice presentation, different packaging.
But now everybody want to be the high ticket closer.
Now everybody.
Yeah. So now everybody want to do high ticket closing because there's a void there, right? It's cool, and it's cool, right? I don't care. We don't have no competition, right? We're our only competition, so we ain't looking at people as competition. But it's cool now because of the way that it's been presented as a new opportunity. So people now are taking a hold to it, like, oh, well, yeah, sales is boring. So sales is like nobody wants to do that. However, everybody wants to be a high ticket closer and be close to the guru, close for Tony Robbins, close for Eric Thomas, close for the Him 500s, close for Van Taylor, Mike Barron. That's cool because now they're part of a culture. Yeah. They're part of a team. Community. They're part of something bigger than them, and they're making a bag, right? That Lambo that you pulled up in the beginning, that's a sales guy, a high ticket sales closer that's making 22 years old, making $30,000, $40,000 a month. He ain't got to be the guru.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right? He don't have to be the guru. He's the guy that's slamming the deals for the gurus.
Yeah.
Right? So that's part two.
Charismatic leader.
Yep.
And I just spoke on the new opportunity.
Yep.
Okay. And then with the new opportunity is you load it up.
Yep.
You got the Facebook group,
all that
T-shirt, millionaire closer, because I'm a millionaire closer. So that means I can teach people how to become millionaire. I never thought about becoming a millionaire salesperson, a millionaire closer. New opportunity. You have to have a new opportunity because people don't like it. People generally don't like improvement offers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The improvement offers are for a guy like this or me. He got the resistance back. He did it 10 times. Tomorrow you're going to do it 11. He done broke the band. In a month, you're going to go for the 40-pound band. He just trying to squeeze. We're like the rare ambitious, the rare high achievers. But how many people we know, they tried the network marketing thing. And now they're on a different company. And now they're doing water because quick people are quick for the new opportunity.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why the new opportunity speaks to the masses, where the recruitment offer only speaks to the rare few ambition, individuals.
All right, so you're talking about the mass movement, right?
Yep.
New opportunities, not improvement offers. That's where we left off right there.
Yeah.
Yep. So you got charismatic character, right? Attractive character in the business. That's step one. New opportunity is step 2. And then step 3 is future-based cause, right? Which is the future-based cause. Now you got a really good example of how you break this down when it comes to the ClickFunnels, to the wards, to the community and things of those natures, right? Like I think that's the best example that we could give to people so they can really realize what future-based cause means.
Easy. Okay, let me ask a question. ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
What's the big thing that ClickFunnels has? If you the shit.
They got the 2 comma.
Okay, you said you don't even think about it, right? How long you been knowing about ClickFunnels?
Probably 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay, was there ever a time, more than likely in the beginning, you've seen the shit, you've seen this white dude on stage talking his ass off like a motherfucker, parentheses, charismatic leader. He's talking about you could fire your web developer and you don't got to worry about it no more, and it's a brand new day and it's a new opportunity. Even though they have Squarespace and Wix and WordPress long before that. And then he's talking about, and if you're one funnel away, like if you really do this shit like these 3 people do it, like Dan Henry did it, like Myra did it, like Alex Rahosi did it, you can get one of these plaques.
Yeah.
Did you ever tell yourself, man, I'm gonna get one of those plaques?
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
Both of us.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, for me, that shit was so real for me that when I got my first plaque, I might want to edit this shit out. Fuck, I was in Liverpool, I was crying and shit. Like I was like with my wife and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you for never quitting on me.
You can give us that B-roll. We can throw it in there.
Yeah. Well, and for real, it was just, the point is I could not leave ClickFunnels because I wanted this fucking plaque so bad. I today do not believe ClickFunnels is just the best. That's not why we're doing this shit. Like we got to go high level. They got the whole CRM, there's so many different funnel builders. We're messing with it because charismatic leader, like you up to the initiators and the future-based cause. So the future-based cause, the third and final element of creating a mass movement is, what is that thing? What is that future-based cause that the group is moving towards, something that's attainable in the very near future? You see what I'm saying? So you see, we got all of our plaques.
Yeah.
We got students that join. We got students that pull up. They'll stop right here and look. If it's the last thing I do, I swear I'm getting one of those. So if you put like an award or some sort of acknowledgement, it could be a certification. Let's say you like the fitness cat. Oh, this is the 20-pound weight loss club certificate. This is the 40-pound, If you're the credit person, the credit's the big shit now.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a 700 club. So you attach some sort of acknowledgement, future-based cause, which keeps people locked in. And again, you don't deceive, you don't fake, I do want more plaques.
Definitely more plaques, for sure. And then also too, is recognition within this community.
Exactly.
Right? So it creates a recognition within this community of people that you built to follow you towards this future-based cause of results and accountability. It's like, okay, we got the new opportunity, you go execute on the new opportunity, and now you're able to go towards this future-based cause of authority in your space, people that look up to you, people that say, okay, you've accomplished this mission. I'll even give it to you further. To get into Russell Brunson's inner circle, you can't even get in unless you've got a plaque.
Facts. I seen it.
So we did the 50K, we did the 150K program to get in, Category Kings, to get into that, you have to do $10 million through his program. So it's verified. Like you can't just be like, oh yeah, I want to do that program. It's verified that you got to do that, right? So, and then the inner circle, which is this 50K program, you got to do $1 million. You have to have at least the 2 comma club award. So it's all about that future-based cause that gives people now to the hierarchy of your programs to where now you can start working with the elite of the people that have come through your program, right? And you can start, elevating people at a higher level, right? So that's what it's about, man. So like, no matter where you're at in your business right now, let's really talk to these people, right? Because a lot of these people, like a lot of you guys listening, like, you might think $100,000 a month is too big. So maybe the $20,000 a month can change your life, and that's perfectly fine. $30,000 a month can change your life. This system is what you need to take it to that level. You need to have a mass movement. You have to accept the fact that your voice matters, that you have to be the face of your business, that you have to create a new opportunity from the information, whether you're the credit guy, the churro guy, the real estate guy, the whatever guy or girl. You need to package that information up as it's a new opportunity because it's coming from you, right?
And people want your shit.
Yeah.
You don't got to be Kevin Hora, or you don't got to be Chris Tucker or Jim Carrey. You don't got to be super. That's not it, man. Like what you got to do is you got to find your voice and just put it out there.
Yeah.
And you're going to find people that are just like you, that quite didn't have the courage yet to actually go and do exactly what you're doing right now. They're going to raise their hand and say, hey, listen, like, I want to follow. People generally want to be led. For me, when I had no followers, it's like 2015 and shoot. I'm on Instagram stories when they first launched it, 2016, whatever. Ain't nobody watching, like my grandma's watching. Okay. I have people that hit me up years later. Hey, you don't know me, but I love your videos. I tune every day because it helps me get through the day. Motivation, the daily positivity, your growth is amazing. And I felt compelled on this special day to, reach out to you and just say thank you. I had no idea this person was watching. So to the point, you don't got to be this big ass personality, but what you do is that you gotta find that voice and get it out, and you will attract people just like you that are not quite there yet. And you can actually help them turn that shit to paper.
What's up, y'all? So I want to take a second to speak to my creators. So whether you currently got a podcast or think about launching a podcast, maybe you got a YouTube channel and you think about launching a YouTube channel. Here are the facts. Did you know that 9 out of 10 creators actually quit because they don't have anyone to hold them accountable? That's why all you need to do, right? Click that link below, join my Action Takers community, because not only are we gonna hold you accountable, we're gonna teach you how to execute at a higher level. Plus, give you access to principles and strategies to grow your mindset and generate more revenue. So what are you waiting for? Click that link below and join one of the fastest growing content and accountability communities, all right? I'll see you on the inside. So I mean, to your point on that, you're also sharing that people just need to do the work anyway. You can't be doing the work looking for stats. You can't be doing the work looking for likes, looking for subscribers. You just gotta show up every day and like do your shit.
You gotta show up every day. And there's people that are not gonna recognize that they're watching you, that are watching you. I had a girl that watched me for 2 years before she ever bought something from me. Right? And I didn't, recognize her, right? And then we gotta master small too. I learned this from Eric Thomas, right? I took Eric Thomas mentorship and, he's been a big impact in my life. And he said, man, you gotta master small. You gotta master those first 10 people that raise their hand and say they rocking with you. Because if you can't handle those 10, God ain't gonna give you 100.
Facts.
And on top of that, I'll give you the math. If you can get to your first 100 people that buy your stuff, you're going to make multiple 6 figures for the rest of your life. All you need is 100 people to raise their hand and say, I'm rocking with you. And that 100 going to turn into 200, 2 to 400, 400 to 800, 800 to 1600, 1600 to 3200. It's a race to 100 people. So for those people right now that's getting 5 likes on your post, 50 likes on your post, right now, if 50 people came and knocked on your door, you'd be excited. Like 50 people came and knocked on the door and say, hey, I like you, I'm rocking with you. But then we see it on Instagram and be like, damn, I only got 50 likes. I only got 40 likes. And then you're judging yourself against that person that is getting thousands of likes. If 50 people pulled up to you right now, that's a busload of people. And you would be excited and you would feel like it's Christmas every day if 50 people a day pulled up to your crib and was like, man, we're excited. We're waiting for you to post. Like, I'm feeling you. I'm rocking with you. Whatever you're doing, I'm doing, right? So it's a race to 100. And then the mass movement starts from there, right? So it's literally a race to your first 100 people that buy your stuff, whether it's your ebook, whether it's your course, whether it's your mastermind, whether it's your fitness training, whether it's your dog training book, whatever it is, it's a race to 100. And then from there, the mass movement is on its way to really build, right? And that's why we created the Mass Movement Challenge, bro. Let's break down what's going on.
How does that work, yo?
Let's break down the Mass Movement Challenge, why we're doing it and what they can expect from it.
So
hold on. I felt like you wanted to say something else there. You want to put it all together?
I did.
All right.
Here's the truth, man. Is like, I've been like the sales dude. You've been like the sales dude, branding guy. So basically, people have been like, man, what the hell are you doing though? We pulled up on Ashcash in Atlanta, and he got his little thing, and he's like, man, I'm trying to get like, this big movement go. We're like, oh, it's the mass movement. He's like, okay, that's what it is. Okay, we start breaking down the whole shit. He's like, okay, I'll do some of that, but okay, I got that. So basically, we've been talking about sales. He's been talking about branding. I've been talking about marketing. Well, we ain't ever talked about the mass movement. Not to the public. We just run the mass.
You just run the play.
Yeah. Ain't no way, bro. We had a grand opening, man. I'm surprised you weren't here. We had a fucking grand opening. We had literally 400 people here. It's $1,000 ticket for a fucking party to cook the ribbon, and we couldn't even take no more people here. How the hell did we get 400 people here to pay $1,000 to come eat Mexican in the back and hang out with the DJ? How do we get thousands of people to follow us? Okay, and it's because we created a mass movement. So because you know, by popular demand, because people got different passions. We're like, fuck this. We gonna give out the secret sauce. And we put together our first challenge. You heard my man, 40 million. You heard me, north of 40 million. We never run no challenge.
Yeah.
Not one. So we're like, okay, how do we really, you know, we're gonna run a challenge. How do we reach more people? How do we give more value? We're like, fuck it. We're gonna show you how we took some lame ass subjects like sales and created a mass movement. So it don't matter what your passion is, you could lock arms with me and Van for 5 days, hour and a half, 2 hours a day, and we're gonna give you every fucking thing we know how to create an 8-figure business through a mass movement, step by step by step by step. So if y'all want to fucking make some real paper, if you want to make your first 6 online, if y'all want to go from 6 to 7, if y'all want to go to 7 to 8 like we're doing, okay, we want to invite you. It's going to go down tail end of January. And you can get on the wait list right now, and you can actually register right now. Van's going to pull up. We have a whole bunch of guests. We break the whole shit. We're going to have coaches, workbooks, real accountability, every single day.
Yep.
You know, and
This is all online.
This is all online. Yeah, this is all online. And I know there's a lot of people doing challenges. And I told Mike, I said, if we do a challenge, it can't be just like a fluff, like, you know, just giving you motivation every day for 5 days. No. It's going to be workbooks. It's going to be homework. And if you come day one and you set your mindset to building your own mass movement, by day 5, you will absolutely know how to execute and build your own mass movement. That's my promise to you. My name's on it, his name's on it. If you take the workbooks, if you take the information and you run with it, you will know how to build your own mass movement on day 5. I promise you.
How they tap in?
You tap in by going to massmovementchallenge.com. You register right away, get locked in, massmovementchallenge.com. Lock in right now. Don't wait. Don't say you're going to do it tonight. If you're watching this episode right now, go click the link and go to massmovementchallenge.com, get your seat, because there's not going to be any replays of this. You need to be there live.
So no replays.
No replays, because that's the accountability. Yep. When there's a replay, that's the net, that's the crutch.
Yeah. So somebody pulls up, they got to be present all 5 days. They
got to be present all 5 days.
So if you miss a day, you missed a day.
You missed a day, you missed a day. And the reason why we did that is because we want to take out the net. We want to take out that crutch, because typically when I've been on things that there's a replay, even I've seen for myself, it's like, okay, I could catch it the next day, right?
Yep.
This needs to be the most important thing that you want to do in your life. You have to prove to your creator, to the universe, that you really want this, and you got to take action. This is not for lazy people. This is not for people that want their whole business built for them. This is for people that want the blueprint that he's using right now, that I've been using, that we're in this facility in right now, shooting this podcast with thousands of people that we've helped that are using this movement right now. This is data. This is information from the top 1% of the 1% in the space that are using this information right now. Literally the top 1% of the 1% that's using this information, right? You got voted Inc. 5000.
I had to tell you that one.
Yeah, you got voted Inc. 5000 this year, and it's all based on a mass movement, creating a mass movement, right? You wouldn't be Inc. 5000, right, if you didn't have a mass movement, right?
Duh. 332 fastest growing CEOs in America, private company in America. You can't fake that shit. You can't buy that shit. They try to shut me down because I submitted the tax return. 2018 tax return, 2017 tax return was like Limelight Media. 2021 tax return was like Limelight Media LLC. So they're like, oh, these are two different entities. So we were going back and forth and shit, trying to prove it's the same fucking joint. You know what I'm saying? So it's not real.
Yeah. So you can't you can't buy it and pay to play. You can't, buy the plaque. Like you can't buy the, like same thing with ClickFunnels. You can't go pay to play. You can't buy the funnel. You can't go buy the plaque. Like it's verified. Like you got to have the number. So if you want to become an Inc. 5000, Inc. 500, Inc. 100 with your mass movement, Fortune 500 company, you need to tap into this, right? And this is information that we've been running. I've been running this play. Like we've never released this to the public. No one wants you to know this information, by the way, right? The Google, like I know it is.
And now we do.
It is. But would you say that these gurus out here don't want us to give this information out of how to create a mass movement?
No, hell no. Not like that. Right. Not like that.
No, that's why you've never heard a 5-day challenge of a mass movement. Like no one wants you to have this information. We're giving you everything you need to do to be the expert in your space, for people to listen to your voice, for you to be able to build your own following, and for you to be able to get paid over and over and over and over again off you waking up every day and being you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say my piece, and we can keep going, but I'm just gonna say my piece. Okay. This is what I'm saying right now. Okay. Recognize real when it hits you in the face, and I'm just telling you, my man VT been 150. You know, hopefully you feel the same way about me, Brendan. Listen, a lot of people are hardworking. A lot of people got a good offer. A lot of people have good intention. So we've been going live recently, and you know, the TikTok will load up with 100 people, a couple hundred people. First question I go like this: how many of you guys have something you sell online, or you got a business, or you got an offer, or something that you give value to, service, product? People start raising their hands, and I go like this: how many people got like an industry leading or good offer? Everybody raised their hand. Okay, now I need y'all to keep it real with me. I go like this: how many of y'all are making a fucking bag and actually making the money you deserve? And the last 3 times of my life, everyone's like, I'm not making the money. I'm not making the money. It's not about working hard, bro. It's not about fucking having the best product. So I feel like life will give you resistance.
Yeah.
Surprise, not tired. You know what I'm saying? I want to go open up that restaurant. Supplies, ain't no customers. You go to that fucking wall of life with a little hammer. You got to go to that fucking wall with the waves. I got to go with all my soldiers. I got to go with Van. You got to have a fucking movement. So we attack that fucking thing. It's gushing.
Yeah.
So my thing, I'm gonna say, and before I end off, this mass movement, I want to hit this shit right in the head, and I want to be clear on it. I don't care if you don't like sales. I don't care if you don't like personal training. Whatever you like, fitness, nutrition, cars, jujitsu. Some of y'all are barbers. Whatever the fuck your deal is, we have a system and a framework to create a mass movement behind that. It just works, and we proved it in dozens and dozens of industries, from the car rental shit to the beauty salon to it don't matter, bro. It don't matter. Whatever y'all into, we got a fucking play for you to grab a real bag and help a lot of people. And we doing this through fucking our experience and results, and we proven it could be duplicated with some of our students and clients, man. So go get that shit. Go pull up on your boy, Van Taylor, Mike Barron.
Yeah, we're gonna put the link right there so they can just tap in with it. Yep.
That's it. That's where I'm at with that.
So anything else you want to let the people know? I mean, I know you guys got the challenge coming up, so you're setting off the year with this challenge. Is this something you're gonna keep doing?
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep running the challenge back, probably quarterly.
Yeah.
Because we want people to have this information and have this game, and we want to throw the line out. I would say to the people that are watching this right now, you ain't gotta believe us, right? But you gotta have faith in something, right? You have to have some type of trust in something. And if your creator got you to this episode, to this podcast, and you're listening to this, you've gotten an hour in, this is for you. Because you wouldn't have listened this whole time if this wasn't for you. So listen to your gut, tap in. The worst thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get some information that's gonna change your life. That's the worst thing that's gonna happen, is that you're gonna get some information that's gonna change your life. Whether you use it then or you use it later, you will have information that will change your life. That's literally the worst thing that can happen to you by tapping into this thing. You owe it to yourself to go all in and bet on yourself.
That's it, man.
I think that's it right there.
That's it, baby.
So listen, yo, this is the last. This ain't the last. I'm definitely gonna be back.
No,
I'm
we're
definitely
coming
gonna be
back. We're running it back.
Definitely gonna be back. Yeah, I think it's like an anniversary. I got pulled every December now, right?
No, we're running it back.
So listen, man, it's been another episode of the On the Pursuit podcast. Van Taylor, Mike Barron. They're talking about a mass movement. You guys need to tap in. What's the site again that they need to go to?
Massmovementchallenge.com.
Massmovementchallenge.com, right? Beat them there. Don't meet them there. Beat them there. Make sure you grab your seat. This is going to be a situation to change your whole scenario. If you got a best friend, pull up. Boyfriend, girlfriend, pull up. Maybe you got to pull up with your husband or your wife. But this is an opportunity that you guys definitely want to tap into. And I appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir.
Being on the pod.
Bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll see you guys on another episode. Peace.